Now, when Saul became the king of Israel, Israel was at war with a people called the Philistines. They were at war with the Philistines a lot back in the day, back in the Old Testament. And the people of Israel were very afraid of being at war with the mighty Philistines. And the Israelites are starting to scatter. Now, the prophet Samuel was supposed to make a burnt offering as a peace offering to God on a particular day on behalf of the Israelites. Samuel did not show up for this when King Saul wanted him to. King Saul became impatient. King Saul took matters into his own hands and he made the offerings to God when God instructed that it was the prophet Samuel to be the only person to make this offering to God. As soon as King Saul finished doing this, the prophet Samuel arrived. Samuel told King Saul that because of his disobedience, God would remove him from being king. He would anoint another man king who was after God's own heart, and you'll see that will be David next. You read that in 1 Samuel chapter 13, verse 8 to 14. But even after this, King Saul would often not follow what God told him to do. God regretted that he made Saul the king of Israel because he was very disobedient to God. Once again, God had the prophet Samuel go to King Saul and tell him that he would replace him with a better king, one who would always do what God wanted him to do. King Saul was greatly upset by this. So Samuel the prophet was sad that Saul was rejected by God as king. God told Samuel he shouldn't be upset and that God would choose a new king of Israel. He sent Samuel to a man who lived in Bethlehem named Jesse. Jesse's the son of Obed, who's the son of Ruth. So this is Ruth's grandson. We just heard about her. God would make one of Jesse's sons a new king over Israel. Jesse had many strong and handsome sons. Samuel thought God would choose one of these strong and handsome sons to be king. God told Samuel that he does not judge people by their appearance, but God judges people by their heart, because God knows if people have good or bad intentions. God chose the youngest of Jesse's sons to be the future king of Israel. He was a shepherd boy, and his name was David. Samuel anointed David to be the next king of Israel. And it says, and the Spirit of God was with David from that day forward. Whenever you hear in the Bible, the Spirit of God was with somebody, or the Spirit of God fell on somebody, you get ready, because they're going to do mighty things. When a person has the Spirit of God with them or in them, they do mighty, mighty things. Read that 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 1 to 13, and we're going to hear about a mighty thing right next now, David and Goliath. During the time